Hello, welcome to Seven Star Tarot. It is Monday the 20th. Uh, had a few days off. Um, yeah, had to travel around a bit to get some administrative stuff done. But anyway, here we go. Monday the 20th of January. Ten of Swords. Oh no. This represents you. So somehow there's some anxiety happening. Feeling of things not being in control psychologically, mentally. But at the same time, you have the King of Cups in the current situation and the Ace of Cups. Interesting. That's a strange combination because the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups are some very strong cards. So, what is the Ten of Swords doing? Nine of Wands, defensiveness. Nine of Pentacles, independence. Chariot and the Five of Pentacles. What is going on here? Somewhat problematic, this current situation by the looks of things, although there are some definite positive signs happening. You may be feeling anxious about something, but at the same time, maybe it's supposed to be reversed. I don't really do reversals. I just kind of, like with the cards, I don't do reversals. I just, yeah, I just kind of go by instinct. We've got King of Cups and Ace of Cups, so they're definitely positive emotional cards. So maybe you're experiencing quite a rush of emotions at this time, but I don't believe you're out of control with it. In fact, I think maybe something's happened that would normally lead you into a state of anxiety, but actually you're feeling quite emotionally grounded. Sorry, let me just adjust. I can't adjust it. All right. Hopefully the camera angle's okay. Sorry if it's not. And the Ace of Cups. All right. Ten of Swords. What's happening? Seven of Swords in the reverse. Maybe there was a sense that you had to kind of hide your emotions, but you're not, because they're actually quite balanced, you're not having to do so. Knight of Wands is Ace of Pentacles on top of the Ace of Cups. Knight of Wands is someone who's got a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm, but they do tend to burn out quick. And then that's on top of the King of Cups. So maybe you're dealing with someone who is quite enthusiastic, quite passionate about things. Or maybe this is you, but at the same time, underneath, you've got the King of Cups, which is a much more consistent and balanced energy. And then we've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's definitely coming into this situation to help you a sense of actually having and starting to experience the emotional reality that you want. And this is based on something which is very grounded, could be a new beginning. Maybe you're starting out anew after a transformation of your psychological state, which was quite unstable before, and quite maybe you found your energy was burning out a bit quick in the past. Interesting. I said I don't normally do reversals, and then this card's coming out in reverse. So Four of Swords in the reverse on top of the Chariot in the past. So again, the Chariot is a card of emotional stability. Why is this Four of Swords here? Because the Devil. Maybe you were having to stay the course, doing uh, like related to whatever this current situation is. And there was a sense of having a lot to do, but at the same time being guided and kind of having the wheels greased, if you like. So it's not that it may have been a challenging journey, but it's at least in some way it's been smooth. It's been smoothed along and helped along by spirit and by your inner strength. And even though there was a sense where you maybe weren't able to like rest in this situation. Yeah, so it was quite a challenging situation, whatever this was that got you up in your head. And maybe you had to deal with some kind of inner conflict, or like the devil is about, yeah, addictions and sort of toxicity. So there's this kind of toxicity of the mind, if you like, kind of holding over from the past, something, some mental challenges, or like toxic thought patterns, or like mental blocks that you had to overcome, and definitely a sense of difficulty with the Ten of Wands. And this is related to your work and to building wealth, I guess. It's interesting because we've got kind of work stuff coming on with the Pentacles and the Wands, and something about your stability, but also, yeah, I feel like actually feeling quite stable at the moment. You're looking at what you've achieved in the past, or maybe you should be looking at what you've achieved in the past in order to appreciate how far you've come. That's what I'm getting from that. So, Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Maybe this situation has been you've had to take a defensive stance towards something which has got you up in your head with the Eight of Swords. Um, a situation which has been quite sort of psychologically or mentally challenging with the Knight of Swords. You've had to maybe almost do some kind of like psychological or mental sparring, maybe with yourself. You see here, the Knight of Swords, he's fighting this big bird that's trying to attack him. But he's got his sword there, and his sword's perfectly placed in the mouth of the bird to kind of take him out. So I feel like whatever's happened psychologically, you've actually been able to configure your mental state. Maybe with the King of Cups, your emotional capacities and your ability to manifest things and to put yourself into a beneficial or positive emotional state is actually helping you to overcome this. And then we have Justice, another dagger in the hand. So if you put yourself on the side of justice, like on the side of mental, psychological balance, and do what you know is the right thing and act with integrity, then you'll always be able to overcome these situations that would otherwise be taking you off your like ungrounding you. Because I'm getting a sense that of a lot of groundedness. So we have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is a very grounded card, which is to do with you being an independent and strong person by yourself. So you don't need any support necessarily, maybe other than the support you're getting from the universe. World in reverse and the Judgment in the reverse. I think what's happened here is that half the deck has become mixed upside down. Yeah, interesting. Just when I said I don't read reversals. Um, Judgment in the World, but both in the reverse, which is interesting. Why is the Judgment in the World there with the Nine of Pentacles? Because the Judgment is about being reborn, and the world is about something ending. So definitely reaching the end of a cycle. The Nine of Pentacles, maybe you're reaching the end of a cycle which is single, like the energy coming in, and there you go, the Two of Cups. and the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is quite a kind of cold intellectual card, but it's not necessarily coming from a cold emotional place. It comes from a place of caring and love. Um, but from situations that have happened in the past, you've learned not to just simply wear your heart on your sleeve and just kind of deal with every situation in your life with a whole bunch of emotions. You've learned to kind of stay back, stay detached, and stay grounded, really. You see here, so the Queen of Swords here is like a lovely progression of the Knight of Swords. So remember the Knight of Swords, we have the sort of small-ish knight who does have some strength, does have some power, and he takes his power from truth, honesty, integrity, and kind of doing the right thing. And then the progression there is the Queen of Swords, who's managed to kind of tame this bird by wrapping some rope basically around the bird's beak. So it's almost like you're using your intellectual capacity to stay not detached from a situation, because detached sounds negative, but just to stay distant from the emotional barrage I'm getting that you might have been receiving. And then we have the Two of Cups. So it's saying that you're clearly coming out of a time which was very sort of independent, possibly hyper independent. And there's an energy of love kind of coming into your aura, if you like. So you definitely could be meeting someone. And we have the Five of Pentacles, the Star, and the Two of Pentacles. So I'm getting the five is probably in the reverse. So I think you're coming out of a time of feeling left out in the cold, of feeling like maybe abandoned by people, or that you're on the outside, or that you're some kind of outsider. There may have been a feeling of this in the past, but I think this is coming to an end over the next possibly days, weeks, and months. And we know that astrologically, there's been an awful lot going on. There's been a lot of changes happening. And a very interesting thing is happening later this week where all of the planets are lined up. So I think it's going to be a very interesting week astrologically. So we have the star and we have the Two of Pentacles. And the star is very much about becoming who you truly are inside. Like we have all of these flowers kind of growing up from this. It's like a river, almost like the river of life. And the the um the flowers also look a bit to me like neurons. So it's almost like healing, of course, happens in the mind first, doesn't it? And then it happens in the body and in the neurology. I guess it could happen the other way around. But there's something neuronal about this. There's something psychological, like your brain is almost finding a new balance with the Two of Pentacles, and a new balance that moves away from the feelings in the past of um, of being like separate and disconnected. And so we have the Knight of Cups. So again, this is the idea that maybe somebody is coming towards you with actually a pretty decent offer. It's not the page. Um, it's someone who's able to feel and control and to give emotions freely because they're in charge of their own stage. And the star is very much about being in charge of yourself and about having the strength to move forward. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is, what is the Eight of Pentacles actually? She's watering her garden here. Think the eight is about work. It's sometimes difficult to just remember because these cards are quite different what the traditional signification is. But the Eight of Pentacles, she's working on her garden here. So yeah, I think it's about consistency of work and working on yourself, continuing to work on yourself, continuing to work on your abundance with the Queen of Pentacles. And also in the absence, so we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So Three of Pentacles is about being recognized for the work that you're doing. So I think it's saying that even despite the fact that you're not necessarily recognized for the work that you're doing in the external world, the world of spirit is always with us, as you know, I'm sure. And in a sense, you're never alone in life. There's always some guide or some helper there to help you along. And there's very much an energy of abundance and positivity and partnership kind of coming in. So the Queen of Pentacles is saying to keep working on your bag, I guess, or on your bank account, on your projects. um, Enjoy the process of the work itself. And I feel like you are enjoying the process of the work itself. And then we have the Hanged Man, the Seven of Wands, and the Temperance. The Hanged Man is about waiting or feeling like you're being made to wait. And the Seven of Wands is about, again, going it alone. So there's these elements, there's definite elements of going it alone. The Hanged Man is like the classic story of having to discover one's own magic or the magic of the world by going through like a process of initiation. So maybe this process that's happening has been an initiation for you. And we have Temperance coming up, and then the Lovers. Boom. So I feel like you are achieving a state of balance. You're on your way to achieve a state of balance, and take comfort in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, which is very much working on yourself, working on the things that you care about and love, focusing on your abundance. And the Lovers is coming in almost as soon as you achieve this state of balance, you're then kind of fulfilling that contract or whatever that you need to fulfill. Maybe you made some kind of contract with yourself in the past about how you were going to heal from what's happened, how you were going to transform yourself and achieve balance and to be able to move forward. And I'm very much seeing that story that you're coming out of this period of psychological difficulty. That's very much an ending that you're not necessarily in control of, but which is happening all around you. What you are in control of course, is your own mental state and your own ability to deal with your emotions, how you respond to opportunities in the world, which is always more productive if you can come at it from a well-balanced emotional state. And I really believe it looks like from the cards that you're doing that. The Page of Swords, able to take distance from things. Wheel of Fortune, knowing that everything changes with time. The Strength, showing you that you have deep reserves of strength and energy to draw on. And if you give yourself the space to do so, then you really can create this intergenerational wealth, which is represented by the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles and it's over the top of the Ace. So we've got an Ace bookended by a 10. So this is a very fortuitous material sign. So don't worry about your material wealth and your material world. This will all come through this process. Amazing. Started out a little bit 50-50, but then definitely came